love you. Kill it. Please kill it. So afterwards, Little John's like, man, you can stomp away some stuff. So, how about you come? My real name is Little John. I'm the right-hand man of Robin Hood. So, for true merriment and everything, you can come and join our gang. You get 40 marks a year and get 2 sets of Lincoln green clothing. And the chef's like, alright. It's just, there's a lot of apathy when it comes to Robin Hood, but anyway. So Little John, this has gone on for a while, but it's a long chapter. So Little John is like, alright, but before that, we got a little thing with the Sheriff of Nottingham. So this seems like a lot of pretty expensive silver plates in here. So do you want to take some of this shit, bring it back to Robin Hood? He's like, oh shit, yeah. And then the chef's like, fucking yeah. So they steal a whole lot of silverware, like all the plates and everything, and all the stuff like that. And then they come back to Robin Hood. Back in the, Robin Hood's like, man, Little John, where have you been? Because Little John's been away for a few months. He's like, Little John, where have you been? And he's like, oh, I was serving as a soldier for the sheriff, and it was pretty cool, having all this fun and stuff. And I was screwing with him for a while. And Robin's like, oh man, that's pretty cool. What'd you do? And then Little John takes out the sack behind him, and he has all the silverware and gold in there. And he's like, I stole some of the silverware and some of the plates that he had, like the really expensive plates. Everyone like starts laughing and everything. The sheriff got screwed again. Everyone except Robin Hood. And this is when I realized that Robin Hood is a good, great character. And Robin Hood looks at Little John and he's like, we gotta call the sheriff. Just get him here. Just tell him we're not gonna screw with him. Just tell him to come here. And then Little John's like, why would you do that? I mean, are we gonna screw with him more? And Robin Hood actually starts getting mad. And reading the book, Robin Hood is a very merry guy. He doesn't really care about a lot of stuff. So when he does get mad, it's like a little moment of, oh shit. And then Robin Hood is like, just get the sheriff here. We got to talk about something. And so they get the sheriff. The sheriff agrees for some reason. And well, I don't think he agrees, but it's strongly suggested that he goes. So they go to Sherwood Forest. They go in the little hidey hole or wherever Robin Hood's hideout is. That thing was walking in place for a few seconds. So and I'll charge. Anyway, so the sheriff shows up. He goes, where the fuck am I going? Oh, thank you, camera, for pointing that out. Except you fucking dude. So the sheriff from Nottingham comes in to where everyone is, and he's like, oh man, this timing bullshit. Please hit it. No. Oh yeah, he flew away. The frog flew off. Not how it works. Oh yeah, I got 400 points and 5 rings. Great. I almost got coins again. I was gonna have to hang myself. Anyway, sheriff goes into the forest and then meets up with Robin Hood, and he's like, "All right, what do you want this time? You already stole a whole lot of stuff from me. Can you just take a break for fucking once?" And Robin Hood's like, "You know what, Sheriff? We like screwing you around a lot. You kind of deserve it a lot." Like, he gets back in his happy mood, and Robin Hood's like, "We like screwing you around a lot, but you kind of deserve it most of the time." And then Robin Hood gets very serious, and he's like, "But we only do it when we think you've done wrong." So it seems like one of my comrades has stolen something from you, completely without any sort of meaning, without any sort of how did that last shorter than? Fuck it, I don't care. Anyway, one of my thieves has stolen from you without any sort of provocation. So, since I've seen that recently you have done no wrong, he stole a sack of silverware and plates, so I will return these to you, and you can leave Sherwood Forest. And then everyone's like, what? You're just gonna give the silver back? And even the sheriff's like, is there like a bomb in this thing, or? But no, he gives him the silver. The sheriff walks out of the forest, and then the guard's like, whoa, what happened? What happened in there? And he's like, I got my stuff back. And then they leave, and then Little John's like, why did you give the stuff back? Or at least, you know, take some of his crab while he's here. And then he turns to Little John and is like, we act as the equalizers whenever someone does wrong. Your act was nothing more than a petty thief. And that line stuck with me. And that was just a great line where Robin Hood, he is a thief. And he does some really, he does some gruesome stuff. You know, he does it a couple times, you know, very little times, you know, few and far between basically. But he does do them nonetheless. But he does have this noble heart of like, I understand what the problem is. I understand what our place in everything is. And I don't want to become something like a petty thief. And that was really cool, because for all the people that you know, come on, for all the people that quote Robin Hood with barely any sort of information whatsoever, you know, steal from the rich, give to the poor, you know, that kind of quote, and then completely ignore the one quote, which is we are different from becoming petty thieves. And I don't want to get into politics. That's not, for those of you that misunderstanding that I'm getting into politics, that's not what I mean. I'm sorry that I didn't tell you that earlier, but this is hard. I'm sorry that I didn't, you know, clarify that earlier, but that's not what I mean to do. I mean that people keep, you know, quoting the masterful classics and everything, you know, oh, this is the reason that it has a hold on everyone. But then a philosophy that I think is a lot better, which was everything else, you know, we don't. Will you get up? What are you doing? Oh my god, I hate this. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm 99% done. Get out! Get out! Get Omega time! Get out of here! Get out of here! Shoot everything! Everything! Mission completed. Thank you. All right, done with that. Great. I love everything. I'm great. I'm 99% done. But anyway, I highly recommend Robin Hood. Great story. Great kind of philosophies in there. The ending was so fantastic. It was so great. Actually, I'm kind of glad that I didn't read the ending and work, because I kind of teared up a bit, but it was a really sad ending. You know, everyone connected, anyone who read the book connected with Robin Hood. They connected with, you know, the merry men and everything. So when the ending happens, it's just like this, like, hit. It's just like, imagine that, you know, the stereotypical stuff like that, you know, that kind of thing. It's like the thing where it's like, you think it's gonna go one way, but at one point you're like, wait, before that, what if he says this one thing? It's that kind of ending where it's just like, this kind of sappy, kind of thing where it's like, let me do this. I'm trying so hard not to spoil the ending. Because it is a great ending. Actually, the book kind of spoils it right before you read it. It's kind of funny. Anyone who's read Robin Hood understands, like, yeah, he kind of spoils it before anything else. So yeah, Robin Hood's a great book. You should read it, along with Dracula. Dracula's great. I like Dracula. What was the thing I liked about Dracula? Well, actually, a lot of it. I like the first 4 chapters of Dracula, and then it slows. Like with Robin Hood, I had a couple ups and downs, but for the most part, I do love the book wholeheartedly. Dracula's a little bit different. I do like the book, but there is a point where it does slow down so much. All right, so here's the thing. This isn't necessarily a spoiler because everyone knows Dracula's a vampire. Which the book takes fucking, it's Jerry Time. It's Mary Jerry Time telling you that he's a vampire, and then it explodes everything he can do. By Van Helsing. So anyway, the first 4 chapters start with Jonathan Harker. For those of you that haven't read Dracula, that's the weird thing. The Dracula that had Keanu Reeves in it, the beginning was eerily similar and also eerily very different. Like, there's a couple things where it was like verbatim in the book, and then there was a couple times where it's like, that didn't happen. What? Not to mention, you know, Keanu Reeves ain't really that good of a, you know, actor, you know, just saying. I can do kung fu. That's more of a shadow Keanu Reeves. Anyway, so, don't knock me off the edge of glory. I'm hanging off the edge with you. Never gonna miss one. Never gonna give you up. Hup. Boop. Boop. No, can't do it. Great. Alright. Anyway, so the first 4 chapters start out with Jonathan Harker. Jonathan Harker is a real estate agent, basically. And, he's meeting with, Count Dracula. And, he goes to this village, and then everyone is, like, creepy and everything. It's like, oh, you're going up to there? It's like, everyone, it's in Transylvania. Oh yeah, by the way, Bram Stoker, who was the author of, Dracula, he never went to Transylvania, and actually got a lot of it wrong, so it was pretty funny. You know, the mountain spires and the fog everywhere. Nah, if I remember right, Transylvania is actually a pretty level place. Anyway, Jonathan Harker goes to this, he is gonna meet with Count Dracula. He goes to Transylvania, and everyone's like, oh, you're going to the castle up there? And everyone's holding crucifixes and everything. If I was Jonathan Harker, I would book it immediately, but he doesn't. You know, he's got a heart of stone. So anyway, Jonathan Harker is like, fuck all ya. And then he goes to the castle, which I actually want to say something. I actually want to say something. The castle, like, every single time you've seen Castle Dracula, in every other media and everything else, it's this creepy, eerie kind of looking thing. And I'll charge, fine. What? How do I? What's going on? Okay, something happened. What happened? Can I? Is there something up top? No? I'm missing something. Maybe it's something back here. Oh, great. The ring's just what I needed. I almost caught up coins again. Key, great. Oh, that's what it did. Oh, that was a secret passage. Anyway,